Wow. I'm normally here with a choir surrounding me and a nice conductor man stood there, and I'm quite missing them at the moment. But anyway, yeah, let's go. So I'm something of an Ignite Cardiff newbie. I'd never actually heard of it before until I came to the one back in January where Louise rocked it. She opened the show, and it just looked like really good fun. And so here I am, basically. And if you hate me, it's all that one's fault. Now, for me, the hardest part of this whole thing was actually deciding what to talk about. I'm not a particularly decisive person. I spend huge amounts of my time umming and ahhing and umming and ahhing and umming and ahhing some more. And indeed, I was umming and ahhing quite merrily when basically what happened, as Steve said, was I got a new job and life kind of went a little bit mental and a little bit busy. And that made the whole decision-making process much, much easier because it was basically this or nothing. So I really hope it goes okay. So last month, I did something called the April A to Z blogging challenge. And I adopted a theme. And my theme was science fiction limericks. As you do. Why did I go for science fiction limericks? Well, number one is that I am basically a great, big, massive sci-fi geek. I find it very difficult to say the word previously without then also adding on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It can get quite embarrassing. The second reason is that I love writing. I particularly enjoy writing sort of funny things that rhyme and parodies and all that kind of thing. And that man there, Tim Minchin, he is my wordsmith idol. I think he is amazing. If you don't know him, look him up. He is awesome. And the third reason is that I basically just like things that are a little bit silly and a little bit quirky and a little bit different. So if anyone here doesn't like any of those things, now would be an amazing time to go and make a quick phone call or nip to the loo or something, because you are going to hate the next 3 minutes of your life otherwise. So as far as I know, no one's actually limericked their way through 60% of an Ignite Cardiff talk before. It could be there's a really good reason for that, and I just hope I'm not it. So anyway, I can see the next slide. It's on its way. I'm ahead. Okay, so A is for Admiral Akbar. That is the peak slide-wise, by the way, I should say. So just imagine if Admiral Akbar, whilst heading to take on the Death Star, had been taking a nap, not exclaimed, "It's a trap," and the whole thing had been managed by Jar Jar. On to Star Trek. One day down in sickbay with Kirk, Bones McCoy went a little berserk. "Damn it, Jim, I'm a doc," he said in a remarkably Welsh accent. "Not a playmate for Spock. Now let me get on with my work." E is for Ewoks. Now, imagine your fluffiest socks or the fleeciest sheep in their flocks, and then you'll be nearing to knowing the feeling of being jumped on by a bunch of Ewoks. Moving on to hitchhikers, Ford Prefect. Now, should you wake up, like poor Arthur Dent did, to find your house will soon be fragmented, a towel and some tea, and Ford Prefect will see that your untimely demise is prevented. Oh, you're being so lovely. How could we not go here, given the Torchwood Hub is just down the road? But I think I might have to change tack, for as much as I've often been back, I've still yet to see at the WMC any sign of this fine Captain Jack, and I have looked a lot. Back to Star Trek. Now, Mr. Sulu was looking quite spotty, and this planet was driving Kirk potty. And I've forgotten the rest, so I'm just going to blag away about Captain Kirk for a bit, and you can cheer, and we're moving on. Dave Lister was starting to worry. He was hungry and in quite a hurry. I know the feeling. He thought omelette, then smeg, for he'd run out of egg. It'd have to be yesterday's curry. Moving on to Back to the Future. Now, rarely has thunder and lightning, has a plot point been so tension-heightening. Marty revved up and ready, thought, "Whoa, this is heavy." Meanwhile, Doc thought, "Great Scott, this is frightening." Oh, God. O is for Obi-Wan. A well-thought-of Jedi invader. A really first-rate Force persuader. A remarkable man was old Obi-Wan, but he didn't quite see off Darth Vader. On to Picard. Now, they'd gone in the Borg on the run, with phasers, of course, set to sun. Jean-Claude needed a shot of some tea, Earl Grey, hot. Into warp, make it so, number one. Who else but who? Oh, God. First Hartnell, then Troughton, then Pertwee. Baker, Davis and Baker, the next three. Then McCoy and McGann. Hurt, that Eccleston man. On to Tennant, to Smith, to Capaldi. And finishing things off with X. Oh, God. Where was I going with this? Yes, some can alter the weather's behaviour. Some are handy when you're needing a saviour. Cyclops, Rogue Wolverine, Phoenix, a.k.a. Jean, and bonus points for Pat Stewart's Xavier. And there you go.